The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Andrew Billings breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. From the gun, it's Rosen. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
Ross on the return. Oh, good move.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Got his man, it's Eifert. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there for Cincinnati. 45 yards. On first and 10, it's Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Dalton here from the gun. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
Got to love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. They run it with Balazs. A gain of 3, second down.
when we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On 2nd and 7, Dalton escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. The Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick, there on the coverage.
Well, so many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
And, yep, as a result, knocks it down. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And Wilson has it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line. Wilson now in his second season in Miami. First 4 years were in Kansas City. He's always been a solid complementary receiver, but Miami really hoping he can take the next step in his development, be more of a go-to guy now at 27 years of age. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And now it's second down.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
To throw again, Dalton. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On third down, Dalton. They're able to locate Wilson. He had 3 catches last week. That one his third on this drive alone. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. Yeah, it's a little risk-reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. David Johnson. His 11th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jerome Baker coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be taken at the 13. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down. Time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And running with power here. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. He was looking for Parker that time.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Xavier Howard. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 1st and 10 for Dalton. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's brought down. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
4 yards on the pickup.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Passing. It's Dalton. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag, so that one will be accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Andy Dalton. And this is Parker, complete. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
A gain of 3 brings up second down at the 20-yard line.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Miami, 76 yards. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Here's Dalton. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Geno Atkins in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Sanders' kick is good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
On second and a yard, Jackson. Flushed out right. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So
the Dolphins get there this time and they bring him down. Credit the sack to the safety Rashad Jones. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Jackson now. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it first and 10.
44. 44. Here you go. High.
Check right 57.
Hey.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Caught. It's Wilson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Let's 57's mine.
Dalton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
2-2. Move.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Wide open receiver, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Caught by Wilson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
2-2. Move.
Check 50. Check 3.
Heavy.
Check.
Running from the shotgun with Drake. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, Kenyon Drake, he was kind of underutilized last year when Adam Gase was head coach, only 7 starts. But now he's going to get a chance under new head coach Brian Flores to really showcase his talent. He certainly flashed his diverse playmaking abilities a season ago. 9 touchdowns, 5 through the air, and 4 on the ground. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, can. X3, 218, chopper. Here we go. 93, 52, 93,
Balaj. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 29, Dalton. And a completion to Wilson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Now what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Here's Dalton. And he hits Drake. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw here, Dalton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. He's at the 50, the 40, and he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Parker, the intended target. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
That goes for a gain of 31.
1st and goal, Cincinnati.
Here's a run with Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 12 on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. Throwing is Jackson, and they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Check. Hayward.
From the gun, Jackson rolling to his left. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Jackson to to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Dick.
Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd with touchdown number 7 on the year as they are able to cut into that lead.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Here we go, D.
Again, Jackson steps away to his left. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And Dalton to throw. It's complete to Drake. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to air one out. This is caught at the 20. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there for Cincinnati. 63 yards. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be a 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
Check, 59. Hey, tight.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson being chased out left. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2. Jackson will throw again to the end zone, but it's incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
The Dolphins take over first and 10.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Go! Double time, double time. Far down, far down.
They'll start with a give here to Balaj. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Well, they were going draw play there. The defense wasn't fooled. They sniffed it out.
I think they're going to have to go back and take a few more acting classes because that's what a lot of that is. You've got to influence them to think that it's going to be a pass play and have them drop out and maybe the defensive front coming forward and find yourself some space. In this case, no one was fooled and ended up spilling that play pretty well.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson going to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Oh, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Mixon with a first down carry. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Wes Horton in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mixon with it. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Forced out to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. All right, here's Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Bengals drive about to get going. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Next to score, Dolphins 30, Bengals 27.
So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time. See, that number is empirical.
Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You know, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for Miami, it's a rare peak in a season of valleys as they move to 3-12 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks.